Welcome to another quick tutorial video about how you can alter the appearance of your Enshroud face. Of course, that includes modding, so technically this is not allowed under the terms of service of Square Enix and Final Fantasy XIV. But my guesses are very high that you should not get in danger or not get banned, because using this only alters the appearance of your own character, of your own client, and the appearances of textures there, and is not visible to anyone else. As long as you're not streaming or pushing this to social media or any other platform, you should actually not be tracked. And the main reason why this is the case, Square Enix doesn't scan your computer, they don't track what you're doing with your games file directory and all the files there, as far as I'm not misinformed. But last time we talked about this, we had a lot of feedback that this is the case, and I think it's still the case, and that means they can't actually see that you're changing this. So what do you do to get this and maybe, for example, alter the appearance of your character into the forgiven obscenity as a Sin Eater when you're using your Enshroud? First of all, of course, you have to use the Final Fantasy XIV text tools. These are text tools, a modding tool, which helps you alter the appearance of certain resolutions or appearance of certain frames and designs of the game itself. And it's super simple to install that. You just basically download that text tools here. This will download very quickly. It's 60 MB. It's not too much. Then you open the folder and just run through the installation process here. It's really not that difficult. Of course, Windows will check this as possibly a risk to your security, and I can't deny that to 100% because, you can't trust anybody on the internet on these days. I'm really sure these are just creative developers that just want to make the game a bit more enjoyable or more entertaining to look at. So I think you should not be scared about this. Just click on more info here and you can see it's an unknown publisher. That's why Windows is trying to warn you about this. So you just try to, let's have some faith in humanity, right? So run anyway and use that at your own risk, of course. And then, of course, you could just install this to the program folder, the usual program folder that you're using. But I really like to have it in my Final Fantasy XIV folder. So, for example, it's in my case, it's Realm Reborn, then Games, then Square Enix, Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. And here I can only advise that you also make a different folder on top of it. So Final Fantasy XIV text tools, for example. Then go for that. Then click on Next. Click if you want a start menu folder, which creates the program shortcut. Then also do that as well and click Install. Let it do the magic here. Then close it again. And then basically, before you're just opening it up, my advice is to check which mod might be interesting to you. And for this example, we're checking out the Forgiven Obscenity Enshroud, which is basically altering your appearance into the Forgiven Obscenity here. So a big shout out to Dekken, who created this, and of course also a shout out to Midori and Resetygk for adjusting these models to the player character and overhauling the textures, which was the foundation to the work of Dekken. So shout out to all these people. Then you just basically download the mod. I already did that, but download this. It's just another TTMP2 file, which kind of alters the appearance of your character, so it's kind of big because of how much textures are handled there. And here, I highly recommend to just copy this or cut it out, sorry. Then go to your folder again, like I said, to your Final Fantasy folder where you find your text tools. And just a recommendation, you can also just leave it in downloads there. Then maybe make a separate folder which is called Final Fantasy XIV mods. Then open that up and just copy it in here. I also have this file, so we're not replacing this. Then you just need to open up the text tools. Look for Final Fantasy XIV text tools. Here we go. Then this will start. And also, if you haven't done this yet, it will also start a modification file here where it just checks all the data from your Final Fantasy XIV directory and client and matches it with the text tools bar here. Then import mod packs. This is where you just have to find the file that we just copied into the Final Fantasy folder here. So go to the mods and then select the Forgiven Obscenity Enshroud. So yeah, you just import all these textures here, all these types, and here you can see this only applies to female characters. But I got a solution for that. For all the male players out there, there's another mod, and that's it might actually be even cooler, because this will change the appearance of your Enshroud to the avatar that Zenos uses. Like, look at that. This is amazing. So once you do that, just import the mod like shown here, import mod pack. Then you're getting asked if certain items shall change the destination here. Just continue and it works. If you have any problems, if anything breaks in your game, or you have glitches, graphical glitches or anything like that, just open up text tools again, go to the mod list here, manage mod list, and you can check which mods you have running here, which in my case now is the Forgiven Obscenity Enshroud. Just delete it. Just delete it. Maybe if you want to make sure that everything's back to normal, just also delete Final Fantasy XIV text tools. And that should actually work. You can also disable this, but I had figured out that in my case it glitched something. So yeah, maybe just deleting it, and every time you need it, just reinstall it. Or if you want to use it, just go in there and import the mod pack again. It doesn't take that much time, so just go the extra way and try it out. Alright, so once you're in the game, you just have to make sure that your stance is being filled, and you can directly hop into your Enshroud phase. And now it should like the mod that you just chosen. In my case now, the Forgiven Obscenity. Let's prove that. This gives us access to Enshroud. And here we go. That's this fair lady. And she does some very cool moves with that as well. Does all the abilities in the normal way, but looks like Forgiven Obscenity. And yeah, that's basically it. Be brave, try it out for yourself. If you're not concerned about getting banned or anything like that, it's really not a big risk in my opinion. But of course, make sure that you don't spread this too publicly like I'm doing right now, basically. But yeah, I think Yoshi P should also be aware of these things, and maybe let this inspire him for new projects and making this more modder friendly. I mean, it's not hurting anybody. It's actually not even being received by anybody else in your online world, because yeah, mods just only change and alter your client. I hope this helps you out. You can find out some more tools on this website, on the Final Fantasy XIV mod archives. There's a lot of choices there. There's a lot of stuff. Weird stuff indeed. So be careful, it's NSFW. Maybe don't do this mod at work. It might be a problem. I don't know. But yeah, that's how it goes. And yeah, thank you for watching. And until next time, until I find out more very interesting and cool mods, then I will let you know. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.